welcome back to Decorate with Dana. So today I'm going to be sharing with you another antique kind of vintage haul, as well as just some other home decor that I have picked up. So I am, if you've been following along, I don't do all antiques. I just like to mix old with new. So I feel like, you know, I'm kind of gearing towards mixing in like those old pieces in with a little bit more modern and new pieces. And that just happens to be a style that I love now, like kind of a rustic, modern, farmhouse type of style, I guess, or more just like rustic modern, I think. Again, I don't know, no set style. I just decorate with what I like. If I see something out, I will buy it and I will somehow just make it work into my decor because it's something that I love. So when I did a haul about 2 weeks ago, an antique shop with me and haul, I went to a really huge antique store. It was 7,000 square feet. It was huge. I didn't even get through the whole thing. I did stop back by there, but they definitely knew what they had, so therefore things were priced accordingly for their value. So you weren't getting a huge deal. I mean, you know, they were vintage, they were actual antiques, so you were going to pay the price because they knew what they had. However, there were different vendors there who set their own prices. So you could find some things that were labeled from some vendor that were similar to another one, and they were a lot less expensive. So you just kind of had to look around. So I did go back there. I didn't film in the store. I didn't stay long. I just went to the little parts that I didn't get to last time and then just did another quick walkthrough. So I think I grabbed a couple things there, but then I also stopped at a really small kind of, it actually looked like, it's at Antiques, like on the outside, but it kind of looked like junk, you know. I mean, it was like a bunch of, it wasn't a really beautiful store like the other one was or anything, but I realized that those are the ones that you definitely want to hit up because things were so inexpensive. You had to dig. There was a lot of stuff and there was a lot of junk also, but you had to dig through and you could find some really, really good things and the prices were phenomenal. So, you know, I just, like I said, I like to just mix old with new. So I like to pick up a few antique pieces that will just go with that style that I'm going for. So I'm going to share with you what I got there. And then I'm also going to share with you a couple things that I think I've gotten mostly from Target. And I think one thing from Wayfair. I want to share with those with you as well. And then I'm hoping tomorrow to be able to film a video using, you know, starting to use some of this stuff. So the next few videos will hopefully be where I'm incorporating how I'm actually styling all of these pieces. So we will get started with the haul. So the first thing that I did pick up was just this water scoop. It is just a metal water scoop. I have in my kitchen that hanging rack that hangs on my island that I like to display certain things. So I thought this would look really cute just hanging on that rack. And this was $8 for this. And again, this was at that big antique store. I saw some almost exactly the same for $15 or more. So I thought $8 was a really pretty good price and it's in great shape. So, and it's pretty, like it's a nice gray color. I like that. So I will be displaying that probably in my kitchen on that rack. So the next thing I got, I love my blanket ladder and I really just wanted to display an old grain sack on there. So I did find this one. I think that is so pretty. It says Fulton Seamless Extra Heavy. I love the look of this. And it is in great, great condition. It's super heavyweight. Well, it's a grain sack, so it's exactly what it is. It just has very muted colors. And so I think that's beautiful. So that will look really great folded and just displayed on one of my blanket ladders. And this, I think I got right around $10. And again, they had other grain sacks there for $25 to $30. So, and in much more rough shape than this one was. So I thought that that was a good price for this one. So the next thing I got, I wanted to get a couple of vintage plates to put in my plate rack in my dining room. And they have like the real bright blue and white, and I love those. They are really pretty, but I wanted something just a little bit different. These are pretty dirty right now, but I love this. All right, the cat is in the bag. The cat's in the bag. Come here. Hold on. Okay. And the bag just tipped over. Okay. All right. So anyways, I did pick up these two plates. I picked up this one. I think they're exactly the same. Let's see. Yes. So they are the same. I did get two to put in my plate rack, and it just says Royal Staffordshire Pottery in England, and this is the iris. So I did grab two of these to put in my plate rack. I love the kind of like blue-green color, just to switch it up a little bit from the blue and white. I just liked this unique color. Okay, so the next thing I got was another crock, but this is a little bit different than the other ones that, like the little whiskey barrel ones that had the real small opening. I wanted to get something like this. And again, I think this was around $23, let me see. It was $23 and it was on sale. So I thought that was a really, really good price. I love this just to use as like a vase or with some kind of greenery. So I grabbed that, and then they had their, so this is not antique, but they had it displayed with this greenery, and I love this greenery. I think it's super pretty. It's just very kind of neutral looking. And geez, okay, poke my eyeballs out. And I think this and this crock look so pretty together. So I did, like I said, they had it displayed that way, and I just loved the look of it. They had some other greenery pieces too. Their greenery pieces were really pretty. I'm just not into like a ton of florals because that can just start to look not realistic to me, where I just love the look of this. I like the neutral, you know, I love olive stems and olive branches and how they're just kind of neutral. And I got that same kind of neutral vibe from this as well. So I love these two together. Okay, so the very last thing I did get from the antique store was just this old window. You can see it's super chippy and rustic looking, and it's big. So my thought is probably on my mantle, but I'm not positive because I moved the mirror from my mantle into my entryway, if you saw that video. So I need something, and I love to layer the mantle, so I like something like this as like a backdrop. So I think that's where I'm gonna use it, but I'm not positive yet. But this old window was like $5 at that old mom and pop, you know, little antique store. So I think that was totally worth it. The glass is still totally intact, and it's just really pretty, and it's really big. And like I said, so layering this old chippy window frame with, or window pane with some sleek modern candlesticks or something, or you know, the crock with the greenery with some sleek modern, so incorporating some new stuff in with the old, I think will look really, really pretty. So I did pick that up, and that was the last thing I think that I got from the antique shops. So the next thing that I got was from Wayfair, and I got this set of 3 huge wall baskets. And you know, I love adding texture to, especially to the walls. I think it just adds visual interest. So these were huge. They were on sale. They are not cheap. These are very, very heavy, and they're huge. So you need a nice big wall area. For these 3, I can't remember exactly what they were. I will have them linked down below. I did get them on a huge sale, so I'm not sure if they're still on sale, but if they're not, just keep waiting because I'm sure they will be on sale eventually. But you know, you don't realize how, cat's in the bag again. just sleeping in the bag. You don't realize how expensive these big wall baskets are. I have been looking at thrift stores. I've been looking at antique stores. I just cannot find any that I love. I'm very particular on what I want them to look like. So I loved these. They were probably $100 for all three, which, to be quite honest, I was at my local mall the other day and I was walking by Pottery Barn and they had a huge, well, probably about this size, wall basket. It was beautiful. And I was like, oh, how much, you know, I'm gonna go in there and see how much it was. And after I knocked it off the wall and everything else, it was kind of a disaster, right? I was like sweating by the end because I was like knocking everything over trying to look at the price of this huge basket. It ended up being $399. So after all that, I was like, no way am I buying this. So I left real quick. But so 3 big heavy baskets for $100 or so is really not that bad. They are a beautiful weight. I love that each one of them comes with like a hanger, so you don't have to put any kind of hole through the actual basket. They come with just this hanger. And yeah, so I picked those 3 up from Wayfair. Anything that is new that I can have linked down below, I definitely will. So I did get one thing from Hobby Lobby and it happened to be on clearance and it was $9.99 on clearance. I love layering these these wooden picture frames. So that even in front of that old window pane with maybe a smaller picture would be a great layering look. So, or I love layering just this on a wall or leaning on a shelf with something else in front of it. So I picked this up for $9.99. I did not think that was a bad price at all, considering these are regularly $30 to $40. And it's just a great little wooden accent layering piece for shelves, walls, or anywhere else that you'd want to use them, mantles. So that was everything. That was the only thing I picked up from Hobby Lobby. So the next thing that I got from Target, I did get 2 of, so I will just show you one, but I did get 2 of them. I have been looking for this and waiting for it to come back in the store. I tried ordering it, it didn't come. Finally, I went the other day, they had 2, I grabbed 2. This is probably one of my favorite things I've gotten in a long time. And this is the Threshold Planter by Studio McGee, and it is the terracotta clay planter. However, I am going to use, so I got 2 of these. So I'm going to use one of these as like a utensil holder next to my stove. I think it'll be so pretty with like wooden spoons and like rolling pins and stuff sticking out of it. So I did get this. I love, it's got like a beautiful texture, very aged looking. So like I said, I did grab 2 of these, but this would also look good with, maybe not this greenery in particular, but some type of greenery or something in it also. So I'll probably use one that way and then one as a utensil holder in my kitchen next to my stove. But I was really excited to find these. I think they were $20. That's what I got. Okay, so the next thing from Target was this. It's just a tray, a soapstone gray tray. Very, very heavy. I think this will look really nice next to the sink with my dish soap and one of the dish brushes or whatever. I just think it's really pretty. It's really, really heavy and it's just a really nice tray. This was Threshold, the Studio McGee line, and it was $25. The next thing I grabbed from Target, I have been getting some real plants, but I have to be very particular about what I get because I have cats and they like beeline right towards a new plant. So I have to make sure that they are non-toxic. So I do have my fair share of faux plants also. I thought this one looked really real. It's a baby rubber plant, a faux baby rubber plant. Hilton Carter, and it was at Target, and I think it was $10, but it's very, very realistic. I like just the basic kind of matte black pot that it's in, and this is great for styling shelves or TV stands or coffee bars or wherever you want to use this. And then the last thing in this haul, and I've seen a lot of people haul this, but I can tell why, it was just this small little plant, faux plant. Again, a very aged looking pot, very, very realistic looking. And it is just, I love the muted color. I like the muted color of the green. So I think, again, this is just perfect for styling anywhere that you want to use like a faux plant. They have been quite popular, but I can tell why. I held off on buying it, but I kept going back to it. So I decided to pick one of those up. So it was not a huge haul. I felt like it was enough that I could show you individually what I got, because if I did this in a video, then we would be here forever. So I figured I would break it up, show you as a haul, and then my next couple videos will be showing how I'm going to be using and displaying these antiques plus the antiques that I purchased in my last video. So, and I'll put that linked down below just in case you didn't happen to see that. But yeah, so as you can see, it's not a huge haul because I've become very particular on what I'm buying. I realized I don't like a lot of knick-knacky stuff or a lot of signs and stuff. I just like basic pieces that I can hopefully use most of it throughout the year, and it will look really pretty. I can keep it incorporated in my decor, maybe by switching out little things to keep it like seasonal, but I'm just becoming super particular and keeping it minimal and to nice staple pieces. So I hope you all enjoyed this small little haul. I will, like I said, have linked down below anything that is new. Obviously I can't link the antiques, but let me know if you like these type of antique thrifting kind of videos. I go all the time, at least once a week, to like Goodwill to find stuff, but our Goodwill is awful. We just do not have good thrift stores around here. So, I mean, it's awful as far as home decor. It's great as far as clothes, but it's awful as far as home decor. But I am finding more and more of these little mom and pop kind of small antique vintage like stores that just, they look kind of junky, but if you dig through, you can find so many treasures. So make sure if you are new, you hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be, like I said, putting out videos with all this. I'm going to link my couple of summer decorating videos that I've already done down in the description box. So you can check out especially my recent foyer video, and you can kind of get an idea of how I like to decorate. So follow me also over on Instagram at decoratewithdana. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.